You are listening to the Unleashed and Aligned podcast, where we strip away the noise, unleash our truth, and align with our highest self. I'm your host, Coach Felicia, a life coach, energy guide, and your biggest believer. Now let's dive into today's episode. Welcome to the Unleashed and Aligned podcast. I am your host, Felicia Dom, and today I want to dive a little bit into my journey and the journey that hopefully this podcast will embark on the world. So I have just recently started this entrepreneurship journey. So welcome to this ride with me. I wanted to create this podcast because I am immensely inspired by so many people and their stories. My story is one of climbing the corporate ladder, basically having the job and career set for, it could have been the rest of my life. It could have been retirement, and everything was in place that basically most people would strive for, but I still didn't feel like it was right. I was called to do something else, and I had gotten into life coaching, and I fell in love with that. And throughout my journey, I also became a Reiki practitioner, and I started working with the chakra system. And I've always known about energy work, but I started really diving into that more in our bodies and somatic therapy. I've just fell in love with all things to do with our body, mind, and spirit. And I really want to bring that knowledge and hopefully that understanding or a new way of understanding to people in the world. So what I coach on is women struggling with self-worth, weight management, or maybe a lack of understanding for their bodies or for themselves. Maybe they don't really know what their values or beliefs are. They don't really know what a yes or a no is in their body because they just haven't been in touch with it for that long or at all. And so I work with women on understanding more about themselves, creating a deep love for themselves, understanding their body and their energy. And from there, we create substantial changes within their life. I absolutely love my chakra workshops. I have so many other workshops that the ideas just keep coming to me, and I'm in the works of creating more. I have an upcoming workshop about releasing with some sound bowl therapy in there, and I'm super excited about that. My workshops are held in Washington State in the US, and I'm actually starting to think about a couple other places that I might be traveling to have workshops at. So stay tuned for that. If you're in another state, I might be traveling to yours. Definitely leave me comments if you're in an area that you're like, oh my God, I would love to have a workshop here. I'm definitely open to any kind of suggestions that you have for me. I also love to do virtual workshops, in-person events. I have done virtual summits, and coming soon, I'll be doing some Reiki workshops that will be held weekly. So I'm really excited about that. And that will be virtually so I can really tune in and meet and chat with all y'all in every country, state, wherever you're at. I love the online space because you can find so much community in so many areas that you wouldn't if you weren't there. But I also absolutely adore my in-person workshops because I love connecting in person with people. And then my podcast. So I created this podcast really about the inspiring stories that I had been hearing. And I also wanted to throw in some mindset, some chakra information. Maybe we'll get into some other different modalities that people use, why they use them, anything that really helps people understand more, learn more. I want this to be a space where people are inspired, people are educated. You can take what feels great and resonates with you and leave the rest behind. We don't have to adapt to everybody's practices. We don't have to take on something that somebody says as truth for us if it doesn't resonate with us. I am a firm believer that when you either read something in a book, hear somebody speak, listen to something, go to a workshop, take what resonates and feels good for you, and you can leave the rest. If something really doesn't sit with you, it doesn't resonate, it doesn't connect with you, that is okay. I don't think we should dismiss any information that we get. We should really acknowledge what somebody's saying and know if we feel true to it or not, but not adapt to it if it doesn't feel good for us. And definitely research. Like, I encourage everybody to do their own research. All of my practices and all of my teachings is based off of what I have done for myself and what I have adapted and really educated myself on in my scope. So if there is something that maybe I've learned from one teacher and it doesn't connect with another teacher, that is completely fine. If you feel like something resonates more with you from this end than that spectrum, I think that's great. And I try to keep my mind super open for any new information that comes in. I absolutely love listening and seeing what really I like and what sits with me. And it took a while for me to adapt that philosophy, but I love it. And I encourage you to do the same. And I just hope that you listen to this podcast and hear stories that put a spark in you, that make you really understand or resonate with somebody else. Stories that inspire you to take action, stories that you feel resonate with you, and you are called to move in some way in your life that maybe you haven't yet. Or maybe you get some drop of information that you're like, oh, that is exactly what I needed at this time. Or maybe there's a practice that you really honed in on and you're like, oh, I want to start doing that. Or this is amazing information for where I'm at in my life right now. That is my wish for you. And whatever modality that is, whatever person that maybe inspires, whatever education comes out of that, that is really what I am hoping that this podcast will bring to the world. And I am so excited about all of the interviews that I've been having with people. I'm excited to have even more coming up from amazing practitioners and really people just making the moves in their life. What I truly believe is that we all know the direction and what we want to do. We just have to quiet the mind long enough for us to really hone in and know what that is. I think that when and maybe it's the biggest thing for me that I think of is relationships and career. And I believe that we know when we are in a stage in our life where the relationship or the career no longer serves us. Maybe it did for a certain time. Maybe it's been a while and you've been feeling a little off. You've been feeling like you're not happy. Maybe you've been feeling called to something else. Whatever it is, I feel like we already know what the best decision for us is. The reason why we don't take action is because we are scared or we have fear of what it looks like if we do. And I can definitely say that I understand that. And it is scary and it is unknown. And you will be just fine if you do it. You'll be fine whatever course that you want to take in your life as long as you're taking ownership of the choices that you make. But I truly believe that our soul has the knowledge and knows where it wants to go. It is our brains that try and keep us comfortable and safe, and oftentimes in inaction, and oftentimes feeling maybe a little stuck, or keeping us in the depression or the confusion or the lack of taking action because we are too scared to know what it's like if we actually did the thing that we truly know inside we want to do. And sometimes it's a hard journey. Sometimes your life does a 360 and you're a completely different person and you feel amazing and you feel like that was the best decision. Why'd you wait so long? And sometimes you can be like, oh my God, this is a huge decision. What did I do? And it can feel like your whole life is tousled up and you're not sure which direction to go. But if you quiet again the mind and you ask yourself internally, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What course did you want to take? What actions would serve you in your highest good right now? I think you already have those answers. I really, truly believe we don't have to look outside of ourselves for any of the knowledge that we always constantly seek outside of ourselves. The validation we seek from other people, the information we seek from other people. We have all of that internally. We know which direction to go. We know what choices that we want to make. But a lot of times, if it's scary, we want that validation from somebody else. We want that validation from the world or society or just to know that we'll be okay. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to be okay either way because you have your own back and you got yourself. And no matter what happens, you're always going to have your own back. You have the tools right now to succeed in whatever that you want to do. And if it feels scary and it feels crazy and we're looking for somebody outside to tell us that we want to do it, then we know that's the decision that we need to make. When you start trying to justify it and you start trying to look outside and be like, okay, the universe, give me a sign. People, give me a sign. Best friend, tell me I'm right. I'm assuming that your whole body and your spirit is already telling you what it wants to do. You're just looking for somebody to validate that. And sometimes we're looking for somebody to tell us the opposite because we're too scared. We're like, this is crazy. I don't know about this decision I'm about to make. Tell me I'm wrong so that I can stay comfortable. So you just got to know where you're at on that spectrum. And I think we all do. So I hope this podcast helps you along your journey, wherever that is, whatever that may be. I hope you hear something that really resonates with you, that really lands with you, that helps you out in your mindset, in your somatic work, in your understanding of a modality. Most of all, I hope that it gives you something that helps you show up in the world and inspire so many others, just like these people have inspired me. And I know that we're already doing that right now. Everybody listening is either somebody's pain point or somebody's motivation, somebody's empowerment, somebody's inspiration. We are all moving through this life constantly teaching other people something, whether we are the villain in their story or we are the triumph in their story. We are the person that they say, wow, I'm so happy that you made me feel like this because it helped me move. I'm so happy that you're here to listen to me because it really meant a lot in my struggle. Or maybe you're somebody that they're talking to their therapist right now about. Either way, we are always teaching people something and we are always learning from them, right? And so this is basically what this podcast is about. If I could sum it down into one word, I hope that it is inspiring But I also hope this is really educational for people. I'm so excited for you to be along this ride with me. I want you to know that you are amazing. You're capable of so many things. And my goal is to help you recognize that. I want you to see that sparkle, that shine, that amazing brilliance of your spirit that is just waiting to emanate from you and touch others in this world. We are all here to shine our light so bright. So, thank you for being on this journey with me. And I'm so excited for all of the episodes to come. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review so that we can connect with more people to develop our mind, body, and spirit.